My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm reviewing 2025 DIOR Homme Parfum against pre-2025 DIOR Homme Parfum, which I've not opened. So I'm going to go over the notes of them both, and we're going to put one fragrance on one and one fragrance on the other and talk about it. Do we have our bottles of DIOR Homme Parfum? Are we engaged with the higher self? Let's get testing. So let's remind ourselves of the notes. 2025 version, Iris, Amber, Patchouli, Vetiver. The pre-2025 version, Tuscan Iris, Italian Orange, Leather, Rose, Sandalwood, Ambrette, Musk, Oud, and Cedar. So I got this today. In regards to the decoration, I really love the new Dior silver plaque. It's very, very lovely. Okay, so I'm going to apply the DIOR Homme Parfum pre-2025 on my left arm, and then the DIOR 2025 on my right arm. So the pre-2025, very, very clean, woody, citrus, smooth, bright, buttery, clean, so clean. The cleanness in it is very, very delightful, very radiant actually. Just a wall of cleanness. Let's apply the post 2025. It feels different in the sprays actually. Pre 2025 and the post 2025. God, this is so confusing. The spray, it feels different on the skin. The post 2025 feels more aqueous. It feels sort of more wet. The pre-2025 feels more alcoholic, and sometimes when you're dealing with very heavy compounds and a high concentration of oils, you need to omit the water to allow the alcohol to be the main solvent and really get that fragrance out. So I'm going to show you. I don't know if it will show on camera, but I'm going to show you anyway. So to me, the pre-formulated version looks more heavier and dense in its application. So we did the review yesterday morning of the 2025 version. In my opinion, it feels like they're going for a much younger demographic, and the pre-formulated version feels more classic, timeless. I love the pre-2025 version because it has a slight clean, soapy, masculine quality to it, but it does smell classic and timeless. I love the leathery note as well. That's the cedarwood compounds give me that sort of very slight leather note. But the iris is undoubtedly within the formula. You can smell the buttery, if it's lipsticky, it just smells very buttery iris. This does not smell like Dior. I've come to associate Dior with really great perfume, powerful, voluminous, robust, eloquent perfumery. That's what I've come to associate with it. But this does feel like designer, whereas this does not. The pre-2025 feels more classic. It feels more niche perfumery, and niche perfumery in my mind feels like classic raw materials utilized, high concentrations of perfume. And designer, it's more cost effective, more aroma chemicals, less essential oils. Smelling them together, and I don't know whether the pre-2025 version is because it's got more volume, got more power to it. It feels like a powerhouse of a fragrance, but it's kind of overshadowing the 2025 version. What's apparent is I'm smelling the aroma chemicals, the sweetness from the ethyl maltol high up in the formula, vanillin, and then the aroma chemicals to make it sweeter. In my mind, it really is reminiscent of Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances. I think if Jean Paul Gaultier brought out an iris fragrance, this is what I would expect from it. This isn't given Dior, and I think this is going to be the problem with Dior going forward with the new Perfumer. They're obviously completely changing direction, which sometimes can be great, but it doesn't smell like the pre-formulated version at all. There's no connection to the two. And personally, I would love a little bit more of a connection, a bit more of a nod to the way that the fragrances used to be created. I think that would have been very lovely. The pre-2025 version really feels like full throttle iris. That's kind of the middle and center of the fragrance, with raw materials and citruses, a little bit of smoke, drama, cleanliness to it. The post, there's one note in it I really like, which is a very clean, bright core. That I really, really like. That's what I'm really enjoying, actually. I don't think it's dreadful. Do I feel that the 2025 version is in the same sort of category. I don't. I think they're completely different. I think the plaque and everything is just very different. I think the mistake Dior have done with this is they've discontinued one and brought out another, and this was obviously well loved. I've done something named it completely differently, and I think this was a misstep by Dior because I think they're both really lovely. I think the Dior pre-formulated version is more suitable for a timeless occasion. I think it would suit all men, but it does smell more classic, whereas the post-2025 version smells more youthful, but I'm not getting the iris at the center of the formula. I'm kind of getting it within the other elements, within the other essential oils, within there rather than the star, which is what I would think that the pre-2025 version is giving. On to my final thoughts. I think they're both performing really well actually on my skin. I think the longevity of the pre-2025 version, it would give you more of a robust, heavier, intense, masculine energy. And the post-2025 feels more youthful, vibrant, brighter, but less of a longevity within the formula. I think these are completely different. I don't think you can compare them at all actually. There's just no comparison. They're completely different formulas, completely different perfumers, and you really can smell the difference. I love within the pre-25 version the way they're putting iris in the center of the formula. I love perfumes like that. I think it's really delightful. The post-25 version, it feels much more sort of blended, and it's not so obvious that it's an iris fragrance. It feels much more designer, much more youthful. And I think if you put it on, I'm not sure you would know this was a really iris-based fragrance. It's iris in the background with the other aroma chemicals, essential oils blended within the fragrance. Which do I prefer? It's quite difficult because I do like both. I quite like the smoky, woody aspect of this. I think it's very nice. But I do like the sweetness that's within this. I do like sweeter fragrances. There's a bright note I really, really enjoy and love. But I do feel this is timeless. I think it's quite difficult to see which ones I prefer because I think each of them's got a plus point to them, but they are completely different. And I really don't think we should compare them. And I think it's unfair. I think if you're looking for a iris-centric fragrance, the pre-formulated version is absolutely for you. I think if you're looking for something youthful and easy iris to get into, I think the post-25 version is for you. So we love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.